1738.
Hey,
Hey. 30.
got me a 40.
1738.
Greetings.
Oh, hello.
Hello. What's going on?
We're reciting 1738 by Fetty Wap.
Awesome.
We love Fetty Wap. We're Fetty
We
Wap
do.
lovers. Everybody
We do.
loves Fetty. And if you're a hater, you call him Fatty, and I think you should be sent to prison.
The famous Rosa composting prison camps.
You call him Fatty Flop.
They're called cumstenstration camps.
They're called cum menstruation camps.
What did everyone have for breakfast this morning?
Red Bull.
Coffee.
Serve. Caffeine. Nothing
Yeah.
but caffeine.
Coffee and pills. And
Oh, I need to take my pills.
oh, cool.
Great reminder.
And I had yogurt.
Ooh, yogurt.
Chobani.
I'm out of my Chobani complete drinkable
Dude,
yogurt.
I'm so jealous that you have those. I would like slaughter an innocent like mushroom man just for those.
They're great.
I had
Um,
some Greek yogurt this morning, so
yeah,
relate. Yogurt
That's why I
gang.
had. But
This is the
you know
mushroom man
that
I
that
ordered. Great question, by the way.
that's great. You know that fake yogurt that they sell at the store?
The
It just says
Yogurt?
fake on it.
Yeah.
No, it says
Yeah.
fake. Yeah. I had the fake yogurt for breakfast.
Yummy.
We didn't have any fruit in the house, so I just ate the unsweetened plain Greek yogurt.
You gotta get some like granola or some shit for that.
Yeah, it was kind of
It's
like
yummy.
I was eating my prison gruel.
Yeah, that's definitely slop.
What's up, little cummers? It's Composting back at it again. The most Scandinavian show online.
Is that true?
It is true. I'm joined today. I'm your host, Rosa, joined today, as always, by my Klingelheimen co-host, Joku.
Hello, I'm Bookworm for the DS today. I'm feeling very knowledgeable, very in line with books, but that doesn't matter because we have a special guest here. Shitty Kickflips.
Oh,
Whoa.
wait, that's me.
Is that
I'm Rhyme Shitty Kickflips.
is that Rhyme Shitty Kickflips, acclaimed Femcelcore musician,
Yeah.
artist,
Critically acclaimed.
multidisciplinary artist, critically
Yeah.
acclaimed with a put up the rate your music on screen.
Yeah, pull up the Rate Your Music. I think I got
Pull
like
up
just
pull up
below
a-
a 3 rating on my album.
Yeah,
Let's go.
put up the rate your music review that I saw, where it's someone saying trans people can make problematic art, but put up that one. I like that one.
Today I'm in I think I'm in a 512 megabyte SD card kind of vibe. I
That's
think
awesome.
that's where I'm at, like emotionally. So
Useless and outdated.
that's
Something
how I
I'd-
describe it. Yeah.
Something I'd throw away. That sucks.
No, we're chilling.
No. Would you like to tell the Lil Cummer army, the strongest and most moral army in the world, a little bit
Yes.
about what you do?
Yeah. So I am Rhyme. I make music. I make YouTube videos. I make all kinds of art. Go check out my album. It's on all streaming services. It's on Bandcamp. It's free. Everything rocks forever. I make like punk stuff. What else? I make a lot of YouTube videos. People like them, I guess. Kickflips. Yeah,
Yep.
that's what I do. Come to my live shows. I don't really know what else to plug. I don't have social media. That's all I got.
Damn. Maybe it's because it's actually anti-social media when you really think
Whoa.
about it.
Yeah.
That's so deep and
More like
awesome.
the anti-social network.
Yeah.
That's what they
More
should
like
call that shit.
smartphones, more like dumb phones, because they make you stupid.
I saw an awesome political cartoon where it's kids, they see a book on the ground, and they're like poking it with a stick, and they're like, "What's this?" It says a
Yeah,
lot about the
that's-
times.
Yeah, that's really on the nose. That's great.
Awesome.
It's deep,
Hits the nail on
man.
the head for the unprecedented times we live in.
Yeah, more like the nail on the cross, with how dire it is.
With the movie we're talking about today, yeah, it kind of is like a nail on a cross.
Yeah, we watch 2 movies.
Yes.
First
That's
movie,
like
What
like-
are we gonna start with?
we're gonna
we're-
start with the newest one.
True.
Emily Perez
Okay.
came out
Sure.
this year.
It did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it did.
think so.
Who the hell directed it?
You bitch! I'm not saying that name. You say it.
Oh shit! I thought.
It's like Jacques Audiard. Adoria.
Someone make time, like tell a knock joke where
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Yoda.
Yoda who?
Yodely who.
tell a bear.
I got a
knock-
joke. I got a joke.
Okay.
Why did the centaur become a veterinarian? He was an animal person.
Directed by Jacques Audiard. Jacques
Or
Audiard.
Directed by the Joker.
Directed by Jacques Audiard.
Directed by Joker hors d'oeuvres.
It's true. It is true. And this was a silly little movie, a musical.
It was
About-
a musical. I didn't realize it was a musical until the first song started, and it kind of scared me. It jump scared me.
What do you guys think of this movie? Say your thoughts.
I thought it was ass.
Yeah.
I think I liked it more than Rosa. We watched it together. But I don't love it. It's not my favorite movie, that's for sure. How about you, Joku?
I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
It was okay. It didn't do a whole bunch. Would say it was, for me at least, a little like below average.
Yeah.
Do we want to talk about what this movie is about?
Yeah.
So imagine there's
I'm
a drug kingpin.
What?
Here's the twist. He's Mexican. But it's
What?
not he at all. It's actually a transgender.
What? A
I thought you were about to
a
do- I thought
queen
you were
pin,
gonna
if
do
you
a
will.
fucking accent there with the
tranny? No. What in the world is that?
Play the sound effect. You know which one.
Come on,
If I name it, Joku is a lot of trauma.
I have trauma. A gua?
So it's about a drug queen pin,
yeah,
and she kidnaps a lawyer,
lawyer.
and it's like, help me become a woman, like
You're-
legally and physically, and like relocate me, essentially create a new identity for me to inhabit, is what it is.
the lawyer is a public defender, by the way, so it makes no sense. She kidnaps this lady and puts her in charge of finding her a doctor, doing all the tax shit, and like dealing with the wife and kids.
Oh yeah.
The wife is portrayed by the one
Selena Gomez.
and only Selena Gomez, and she is horrible in this movie.
Yeah, she was like, I don't think she was horrible. I think she was just kind of whatever. she definitely kind of underperformed, you know, with such a big name like Selena Gomez. It was kind of underwhelming to see her performance.
Yeah, I like when I saw her at first, I was like, is that Selena Gomez? I was like, certainly not with how this acting is going, right?
Yeah.
It can't be a big name star, right?
Yeah,
But that's like
they-
kind of how musical, like when I say musical, I mean like
Yeah,
musical
pop star.
artists are in movies. They're so hit or miss, like with Ariana
Yeah.
Grande and Wicked. Like,
Mm.
we know how Ariana Grande is. They have like that soft-spoken voice kind of thing. So it really
Just
depends.
they, them, Ariana Grande.
Yes, I did.
we, they, them, everybody
Sorry.
here.
Yeah, sorry. I try to use gender neutral.
Oh, okay. I
Sorry,
see.
I'm
We're
too
both-
woke.
You're too
we're-
woke. I'm too conservative for
I'm
this
too
podcast.
brain
Sorry.
broken. But anyway, it's a really a sink or fly mode.
Did you forget the fucking word swim?
Yeah, sink or swim.
Yeah,
Kind of.
Think or fly kind of moment for sure.
Yeah, you know.
yeah.
Thank you, Rosa, for the word of the episode being swim.
You were unable to pronounce homosexual before the recording started. Your word of the day was before the episode started.
Dude,
pal.
recording makes me nervous. What can I say?
Recording makes me nervous.
Uh,
Son of
Hi.
Fizz.
I'm Deku. Kitten. Don't you want to talk more about Emilia Pérez?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and the drug queen pin is Amelia, the aforementioned titular Amelia.
So
Yeah.
she's like, I'm a drug kingpin, but I'm also a transgender. Here's $2 million. Now, go find me a doctor. So the lawyer lady goes to, wasn't it like Thailand?
Yeah.
And then there's, the greatest scene in the movie, the best part of the movie.
Penis to vagina.
Man to woman, penis to vagina.
So the music in this song up until that point, I was like, it's fine, it's passable. And then once I hit that, I was like, fuck this movie.
It was
Yeah.
so.
No, it was an Israeli doctor, is what it was.
No, the Israeli doctor was later.
Oh, that was later? Okay, well I was gonna say that was the scene that was like, I was like, okay, we're done here. Pack it up.
After the weird gender clinic Thailand thing.
Yeah.
This movie doesn't know how transitioning works, by the way. I think that they didn't talk to
No.
a single trans person. They're just like,
Yeah.
transitioning. I learned about that in Family Guy. It's when the lady with the big jaw goes into the operating room and comes out with big tits, and then Brian makes love
Fucks her.
to her,
Like,
and then is
multiple
like,
times.
and then like throws up on screen for 5 minutes straight.
The essential part of transition. That actually happened to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brian ran a train on me, dude.
And they
Brian-
puked.
Brian ran a.
Dog.
I'm a white woman.
You're like
It's
Shane
not-
Dawson, but a woman.
Yeah, I wear
The
blackface.
dog.
Oh no.
True.
True. Put up the picture of
Bro,
me
I'm
at a
excited
Halloween
for-
party.
I'm excited for on the Twitter when Rosa has to be like, I did not fuck my dog. I came nowhere near my dog.
I did not fuck Brian Family Guy.
Oh, Twitter thinks that I ate a dog, by the way, and they were completely fine with it.
That's
I
hard.
ran. No, I did a poll. I said I was hunting with my cousin and we shot a coyote, and we were thinking we were gonna cook it up on the grill Mexican style and make some fajitas. Is that okay? And it was like an 80% yes. And everyone was not concerned with the fact that I was eating a fucking dog. They were more concerned with like insects. And I expected
huh?
like
I-
making sure that the meat was clean.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Which yeah, I obviously that's the correct take. I was proud
You
of our
remember the
audience.
context of why that tweet went up.
You were playing Far Cry. I was like,
I was
when
playing Far Cry 4, and I think I was just doing like a hunting mission.
and I was upset that you couldn't eat the dog meat.
Can you explain what you mean by grilling them up, quote unquote, Mexican style?
No one questioned that. I didn't know what it meant either. I guess like the subliminal reasoning behind why I said that was to distance myself from any sort of like Chinese jokes,
Oh yeah.
just to make sure.
You make it a different race.
No,
Yeah.
I was referring to a racial stereotype that doesn't exist.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see.
Just to make sure I wasn't like
Yeah.
perceived as racist online.
Yeah, you were making shit up to not be racist. I understand.
Yeah.
You were
I-
making assumptions about different races so that you were not
Yes.
conventionally racist.
I was talking shit at Mexican people so that way people knew I was woke.
I wasn't conventionally racist.
I
was
worked for the
empowering.
Kamala campaign, by the way. That was our campaign strategy. It didn't work out.
Sad.
Yeah, but after they go to Asia, they go to Tel Aviv to an Israeli doctor. And the Israeli doctor tries to like talk them out of transitioning. By the way, they use the wrong pronouns for Emilia Pérez the entire time. It's so weird.
It's really bizarre. Yeah.
Yeah, what were your thoughts on that Israeli doctor bit?
It just wasn't. I understand why they would do it like that, like, cause one, this movie was written by cis people, but number two, I think the intention was like the characters around Emilia, like showing that they don't see her for who she is yet, and that's supposed to like that's supposed to be like some kind of conflict there, but that's never elaborated on, that's never expanded on, that's never delivered on in any aspect. That just is how it is, and it's really lame and bizarre.
Yeah, this whole movie is like the film equivalent of an Obama speech.
Yeah, essentially.
What was your review? Wow.
Wow,
No,
that's a
I-
letterbox review by Rosa
Wow.
Composting.
It says nothing. It's the most nothing movie of all time. So like, long story short, Emilia Pérez transitions into a woman, and there are former cartel kingpin, queenpin, whatever. And she gets her kids back, pretends to be
An aunt.
her own cousin from before transitioning, fakes her own death before she transitioned, tries to raise the kids with Selena Gomez.
Yes,
Wow.
her
Selena
previous wife.
Yeah.
She tries to raise the kids with her previous wife, and her wife is like, "I don't fuck with that. I don't like you.
Yeah.
I miss
She's
my
trying
husband."
to hook up with like another kingpin.
With cowboy Nick Mullen from Cumtown.
Yeah, Selena Gomez is. Yeah.
Yeah, Selena Gomez is trying to fuck Nick Mullen. They Emilia Pérez and Selena Gomez, not Selena Gomez, fucking the lawyer lady. They start this like organization to like
stop, like kidnapping and like disappearances.
Yeah, because Emilia feels like bad about kidnapping a bunch of people in her past.
but not
and then
bad
she's like-
enough to turn herself in.
No, she feels bad enough to be like, okay, let's go and help a bunch of people, but I'm not going to accept any responsibility for my previous actions.
She goes
Which-
Bill Gates mode.
To be fair, I actually really fuck with Emilia's character being like morally gray at best. I think that's one of my favorite parts about this movie is the balls of having a trans protagonist that high key sucks. I think that's cool. I like that part.
I would agree. I do think that a lot of trans characters in media can fall into like self-insert-y type tropes, or just be transphobic caricatures without much in between. I do
Yeah.
like the fact that this movie is in an in between.
Yeah, well, I enjoy the fact that it allows the movie to paint an actually complex picture of a character. The only character that has any level of complexity. And that's is different. It's cool.
Then Emilia Perez, her Selena Gomez takes the kids, so she goes evil mode. Tries to get the cowboy killed, and then there's just this whole the last of it part of it. It just turns into an action movie.
Just out of nowhere, they start like shooting guns like
boring.
crazy.
It's so boring.
Yeah,
Like the first half is like cringe. The second half is just so boring. It's like, it's so average. It's so nothing. It's so vapid of any like fucking like point or anything.
It felt like transgender Hamilton to
Mhm.
me. It just says nothing. It was very Love Lies Bleeding core in the sense that it feels like 4 movies wrapped up into one, and it's less than the sum of its parts.
It also feels so long and drawn out somehow. at the
I
same
like Love
time.
Lies Bleeding.
Like its runtime is like 2 hours and 10 minutes, but like
Yeah, it was insanely long for what it is.
It feels so, it like drags too.
It drags
it
pretty
was
bad.
quite tumultuous, to say the least.
Yeah.
Like it feels like a fever dream almost. Like I felt like I was asleep and I was dreaming while watching this.
If I can add the 2 other things that I liked about the movie. I thought that the musical sequences were creatively shot.
Yeah.
I will agree.
I really liked all of them. The music itself was hit or miss, but the visuals were great in that aspect. And I think overall the movie was at its best when it was exploring Emilia's character and her conflicts within. I wish we got more of that. I wish we had more of that.
Speaking of the musical segments, what was your guys' favorite musical aspect? Mine was the like kind of almost like I think it was like an award ceremony. With Amelia, like talking, and Rita or Zoe Salanda, the lawyer character. That musical part was my favorite for sure.
I did like that.
I liked the first one the most, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
It was just kind of downhill from there.
It was a shocking intro. It was very Shakespearean.
I
Yeah.
did.
I wrote
enjoy
that down
the
like
intro.
twice. Shakespearean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird line. You smell like Papa.
Yeah.
I wrote down snot-nosed pig lover. I don't. Oh! Because Emilia Perez talks about how we need to fund cops more.
Yeah.
Mexican cops rock, dude.
Yeah.
Mexican cops
I
are globally renowned for ruling.
I wrote down a thing that I'm trying to remember. What rips off blonde hair and humps it? Question mark is what I wrote. Do you remember that? I don't remember that.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it was during the award ceremony, right?
Yes. Yeah. The lawyer lady rips off in the musical sequence a hunk of some blonde lady's hair and starts fucking it.
Yeah. Okay. I was worried if that was like a dream I had. Like,
Yeah,
no.
this movie is so dreamlike. It's so
in not a
whimsical.
positive way.
It's so whimsical and dream-esque in like the worst way possible.
Emilia Perez dies, by the way. Spoilers.
Yeah, with the worst like truck explosion like CGI thing I've ever seen.
She
It looks
dies.
so bad.
The way that she dies is how Duel should have ended. They should have taken that explosion effects budget and given it to Steven Spielberg for Duel, so we could make the explosive truck explode.
Yeah.
but she dies in a car accident, and the 2-liter engine has the explosive force of a fucking plastic explosive.
It's sick.
Plastic explosion? What does that mean?
Plastic explosive C4.
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking like those water bottle bombs that I always try and bring onto planes, but that's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke.
Nah, you gotta do the gun shoe meta. I've been doing that. I've got the Doc Marten boots with the super high heel,
Yeah.
and I shove a gun in it.
Yeah, it's like the 4-inch heels, like the 5 inches even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I shove a Derringer revolver,
Mm-hmm.
2 of them, so I can dual wield on the plane.
Yeah, what do you guys think overall? What scores are we handed out here?
What scores are we handing out? I am thinking a 3 out of 15.
I am thinking a personal 6 out of 15.
Do I get to rate out 15 too, or
No.
am I out of 10?
You're not. Yeah, you're out of 10. No, you're fucking
Okay.
place. Jesus Christ. Do I get to do that 15? Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up, bros. I hate you.
You're fucking.
I'm so
peasant.
mad we met. I'm so pissed off.
I'm pissed off that you're my lifelong best friend. You fucking.
Yeah.
jerk.
I'd give it like a 3 out of 10, I guess. Yeah. This discussion brought it down a point for me, to be honest. I remembered that I
Damn.
didn't like anything about it. Or rather, I didn't like a lot about it. I didn't like a lot.
Yeah, that gives this movie a measly. Fuck my chud life. I got logged out again.
Owned.
That's so sad. How do you get logged out so often? I've never experienced getting logged out.
Because my bit warden, I have to put
Oh.
in the pin. I'm a tech security kind of geek, you know. Put up the when your son's a geek. Thank you. That gives it a 9. Bless your sweet little soul. Tying it.
That wasn't
bl-
me.
Oh, Joku. I couldn't see on the screen. Tying it with Inside Out 2, Skate and Die, and Megalopolis.
Dude, what the fuck? Megalopolis is way better. I came on this podcast just to say that Megalopolis is a 10. 10 out of 10.
It's goated, but it sucks. Does that make sense?
I won't linger on the point. I won't linger on the
Go
point.
back to the club.
Go back to the club.
Go back to the club. Yes. Yes. Where are you thinking, Joku?
I don't think, bro. You know this.
Okay, I'm gonna put it. I'll put it behind Megalopolis to appease
Yes.
the Rhyme Legion.
Yes. Fucking go.
What a
Did we
fucking
watch-
movie!
We watched a movie here recommended by Rosa. Do you want to intro this one?
I'll have Rhyme intro this movie
Oh yeah.
because I asked Rhyme which she wanted to pick. It wasn't me that picked this movie the whole time. It was a ruse. It was actually
was a
Rhyme lurking in the shadows.
It was
Rubbing
part of
our
my
hands
shadow
together.
government plan to make us watch Love Exposure.
You're like the
Which-
Jews of the composting podcast.
I don't think I can make a comment on that.
It's bleeped out.
Oh, okay, wonderful. Yeah, Love Exposure. I convinced these freaks to watch Love Exposure. This is my favorite movie of all time. It defies summary. But in essentiality, it's about religion. It's about panty shots. It's about
Big boner.
being a weird little pervert. It's about love, and it's beautiful.
So, ignoring the defy summary comment, to summarize, it is about a person named Yu and their religious trauma and being a little pervy freak and also cross-dressing and falling in love with a girl named Yoko, who's also his sister, so it's kind of incest.
Well, it's not sister,
by blood.
not by blood. It's by marriage. But do
Okay,
they even
okay.
I forget if they get married at all. Actually,
I
They do.
don't know. But at what point did we as a side tangent. At what
Side
point
tangent.
did we as a society decide that stepbrother, stepsister is just like fine?
Oh, well, okay. Before we get into the weeds too hard, I just want to say Yoko and you were interested in each other before their parents started dating.
Get that? No, this is completely a side tangent.
Oh,
from the
okay.
The
movie.
reason why is because it's not blood related, so it doesn't matter. So there's no inbreeding technically with blood. That's why.
Yes.
I'm not
We don't.
defending it, by the way.
Don't get into the incest conversation. We can move on.
Because
Like
then I need to say, okay, within my normative framework, I think it okay. You know what? We're gonna sideline this conversation.
So
We're gonna sideline this conversation. I don't want to
So-
get clipped.
Is incest good or bad, Rosa?
It's I'm an anti-moralist. I'm going to say it's neutral. I think that inbreeding between siblings is bad, but that's a semi-eugenicist perspective, so it's complicated.
yeah. But yeah. If we go to a very
Back to the movie.
Essentially, the movie starts out with Yu, the main character. He has his mom die, and his
It's like
dad
Guardians
becomes a
of the
priest.
Galaxy.
Yeah, this is just like Guardians of the Galaxy. I've never seen that movie.
The mom dies at the start of the movie. That's the entire joke.
Oh, okay. But his dad becomes a priest. And it's going great and everything. He's super happy to be a Catholic. Everyone's super.
Well, who isn't?
Who isn't to be
Other
super?
than the fucking Protestants.
So true.
Other than that bitch Martin Luther.
So,
May or may
his
get out of heaven.
dad Tetsu meets a woman, Kaori, and she's like a total freak, and she's like, "Ooh, I want to fuck the priest so bad."
Mhm.
And then they have like a brief 3-month stint. They break up, and then Tetsu the priest is back to feeling like shit and starts to abuse his son and tells
Catholic
you to start doing confession every single day. So you starts going to confession every day and has to like start doing sins on purpose to appease his dad, to actually have sins to confess. So you starts getting caught up with a gang and starts like stealing and fighting and most importantly taking panty shots.
It is a motorcycle gang, and there
It is a
only
motorcycle gang.
members in it that don't have motorcycles, which I find very, very funny. They established in like a 5-minute scene that is a motorcycle gang, and that is the last time that you see anyone else in the gang but his like 3 friends.
Yeah,
Who don't have motorcycles.
Those goofballs, the boys.
Yeah.
Can I just say, I fucking love those boys. Those
They're
guys
dripped
rock.
out. They're
They're
dripped
so
out to
sick.
the nines, dude.
Some of my favorite characters.
The blonde one's kind of Ryuji Persona 5 core. Because he's blonde.
Because he's blonde and a delinquent, yeah.
Because he's blonde and fucking stupid.
So true. God, okay. I'm really doing my best to summarize really quickly. We're in the first like hour, like really like 20 minutes.
It's a 4-hour movie.
It's a 4-hour-long movie.
4-hour movie.
It's fucking wild.
It's
Yeah, so-
okay.
Yeah.
It was a religious. It reminded me of a personal religious experience when I decided to read the Torah
Oh, yeah.
Because it was long.
That's it.
That's
There you
it.
go. So, okay. So
The gang.
you starts taking panty shot pictures of women to like freak his dad out. But
Yeah.
he doesn't do it for any sexual pleasure. He does it for like the love of the game, basically. He's never had a boner once in his life. It's
He's
crazy.
like Andrew Tate, because I don't think that Andrew Tate knows what sex is or feels like. I think that he's just like, I got my fucking hot models in my Bugatti. You know?
But yeah, it gets to a point where Yu is like, he does like a bet with his friends. He loses a bet, and because he lost, he's like, I guess I'll have to go out into public and dress as a woman now, which is fucking awesome. So Yu dresses up as a woman, goes out into public, and meets this girl Yoko, and she's like getting beat up by some thugs, and he is
They're
like, oh shit,
Japanese,
let me.
By the way, it's not a
Huh?
racial lie. They're Japanese, by the way.
Yes.
Japanese thugs
Sorry.
from Japan.
So Yoko and you fight off these the goons, and and then like, I guess we're going like chronologically. Yu gets his first boner here, seeing Yoko, and that's like crazy because he's like, holy shit, that's my Maria. I'm in love with her. Maria in reference to the Virgin Mary, by the way.
Yeah. The Bible reference. I got
The
that
Bible
one.
reference. This movie is so fucking Catholic.
Every
It's
time my fucking Jew ass caught a Bible reference, I like soyed out. They only talk about the New Testament. Do Catholics just not read the Old Testament?
Speaking as ex-Catholic, no, not really. It's not. It's pretty much just like a separate thing.
Okay.
It's like a framework for which you view the New Testament, essentially.
Damn. So like, okay, Vatican II happened. You guys just became slightly less anti-Semitic, but you're like, you still, you know.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. God bless. God bless.
God, I'm really so yeah. Yu falls in love with Yoko, but Yu is still in drag. So Yoko's like, holy shit, this woman is beautiful. I think I'm a lesbian.
Yoko's
And
a
Yu is like,
femcel, by the way.
huh? Yeah,
Yoko's a
Yoko's a
femcel,
femcel. But the first person she falls in love with is Yu cross-dressing. So
Can we talk about her name real quick?
Oh yeah,
Lady Scorpion.
Miss Scorpion, yes. So
insane name.
it's so hard. I believe it's hold on. Let me check this real quick.
Is a scorpion like in the Bible? I'm sure a scorpion is in the Bible. Is that like a biblical thing?
It is a reference to a
Reference to
an old film.
Oh.
Female prisoner number 701 Scorpion. It's I believe it's a porn film.
Oh, that's nice.
Maybe I might be wrong about that, but it's like it's a reference to an old movie that the director likes.
References.
What, the reference? Put
Um,
up the poop counter, but X out poop and like make it reference counter. Thank you.
But like you also have to count all of the religious references.
I'm not doing that. Take it
yeah,
off
that's
screen.
gonna be huge.
Take it off
Huge.
screen. It's off
Yeah.
screen now.
Get it off. Get it out of here.
No more dings. Stop dinging. Stop. Get out. Skedaddle.
Okay, so what's next? Oh, and then the movie goes into a backstory for Yoko and Koiki, which I didn't even get into Koiki. Koiki is like the leader of this cult, and she's like spying
The
on you.
Moonies. It's meant to be the Moonies.
Yeah, the Zero Church, which is like it's the Moonies. Yeah.
If you don't know what the Moonies are, just imagine like evangelical Christianity, make it Japanese, add like a weird, like charismatic leader to it rather than making a centralized movement. That's the Moonies.
It is even more cult-like. It is crazy.
The Moonies are fucking insane.
Yeah. But yeah, Koiki catches you taking panty shots, and is like, just like spies on him because she's like a fucking freak about it, I guess.
She is a bird. The parakeet is my favorite character in this
I
movie.
do love the parakeet.
As a bird owner.
She's like the like mastermind, letting things happen, you know, like causing all these actions. But it gives her a lot of backstory here at this point in the movie. It's like, it explains that she was like sexually abused by her dad, and like beaten, and she has like a very violent past because of it. She like kills people and shit in her school.
She like cracked her father's
she's like
boner in
Yandere.
half, like a
She does crack her father's boner in half.
like a glow stick.
Yeah.
She's a lot like Yandere Simulator, if any of you have played that game.
Yeah.
And you is like Yandere Dev.
Yeah, you is basically Yandere Dev.
I love
Oh,
I
okay.
love that chalice video of Yandere Dev with
What's
like
that?
the
So good.
milk chalice. I love it. It's so fun.
I will say, just quick mention, we're not gonna get super into criticism because the plot is still happening. However, every single panty shot in this movie is accompanied by the same fucking camera shutter sound effect.
Yeah.
Oh, and not mixed differently, same volume every single time.
It's
Dead in the center of audio panning. It is. What the fuck?
It's so fucking funny.
It's insane. I started like cackling at it. At the
There's a
3
truly
hour mark.
ridiculous amount of upskirt photos in this movie.
Yeah.
Easily in the tens, perhaps
minute.
100.
yeah. This
Uh-oh.
movie is very reminiscent of Stephen Chow movies, like Kung Fu Hustle and like Shaolin Soccer, with just how
Yeah.
bizarre it goes.
It reminded me of like a mix of Houseu.
Yeah, it reminded me of House as well, just because of how bizarre it got.
It's
Um,
fucking weird.
It's. I feel like I learned a lot about you by watching this movie. But anyway, we're
That
barely
is exposes
we're
me
barely.
we're like an hour into the plot.
Yeah.
Of the 4-hour movie. Okay. Let me see if I can speed this up. Okay, so then it goes into Yoko's backstory. She is also sexually abused by her dad. She fucking hates all men. Then she goes and is essentially adopted by one of her dad's exes. And then they go party around Japan, and then eventually that her mom meets Tetsu the priest. And she's like the freak and gets Tetsu, like has this on and off again with Tetsu, and then
Her mom is the freak from earlier. In the movie.
yeah, her mom is the freak lady from earlier, Kaori. So Kaori goes back to Tetsu, they get back together, and then Yoko meets Yu, like separate of the like Yoko and Yu met each other as Miss Scorpion and Yoko, but then Kaori and Tetsu are like, okay, let's show each other our children. And then Yu and Yoko meet, like, as they would siblings. It's really fucked up and weird.
Yeah.
So Yu is like, fuck, now the lady that I like hates me because she thinks I'm a fucking weird pervert, and also,
She is.
and also,
Which
he
totally
is a weird pervert. He is a weird pervert. But Yoko's like, ew, I have to hang out with this dude. I wish I could hang out with Miss Scorpion, who is also you, but it's, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, oh Jesus, there's so
Dude,
much
there's-
fucking shit.
There's the fucking hijinks.
Good luck to any fan or
Wait,
anyone
also at
listening
one
to,
point,
like,
at one point
figuring
it
this
cuts.
shit out.
It cuts to like, okay, you have to censor the. You have to bleep it out for YouTube. It cuts to a fucking femcel school.
It does.
And she's like, and then like, during the chapter with the
Yoko?
femcel lady, it's like her matrix dodging bullets as she walks around everywhere. It's insane.
It's cracked. It's cracked. Okay, yeah. So then, fuck. What there's so much shit that's going on.
Dude, good luck to any fan trying to like keep track of what's happening with this like summary. Like I don't even know like if they would like. If
And
you're
you're
at this
doing
point-
a great job, by the way.
No, it's just
Thank
like the description of this movie is so insane that it's like so hard to keep track.
And like you
Yeah.
can't really cut anything out.
No, it's a 4-hour movie where if you cut a minute out, it doesn't make sense. You have to watch the whole 4 hours. It's-
Okay, a lot of this could have been cut. We'll get to that, but
We'll talk about that later. Okay, so Koiki, the mastermind, starts like manipulating Yu and Yoko's family to join the Zero Church. And that slowly happens over time. And then Koiki goes to Yu and Yoko's school and poses herself as Miss Scorpion. So then Yoko is like, oh shit, that's Miss Scorpion. That's Koiki. Let's have lesbian sex together. And then Yu is like, fuck, now I'm getting cucked by my,
fuck my chud life!
fuck my child
I
life.
loved her!
Yeah,
My
yeah, yeah.
heart!
And then Yu has like the like lowest point in the movie. He gets kicked out of his family's house. And he goes to hang out with his motorcycle gang
porn-
again.
The porn he made is given to all of the school on DVDs.
Oh yeah, yeah. He
Okay.
made
And
all the
it
panty
says-
shots that he took.
It says use fucking porn DVD of women.
All the panty shots he took gets showed to everyone in the school. He's expelled. He gets kicked out of his house. He goes back to the motorcycle gang. They take care of him. And then
No motorcycles for the entire
no
rest of the
motorcycles.
movie.
So Yoko, Tetsu, and Kaori all get caught up in the Zero Church. And then Yu is like, I have to get them back. And then the only way I get them back is okay, hold
By-
on, wait.
By making porn.
Yeah, he has to make
DVDs
porn for a while.
For Bukake Industries.
Bukake Sha. So he makes
I-
porn for a while, and then he goes to the Zero Church physically to like try and break Yoko out. Then
I had to explain to a friend in a very public place what Bukake was because we were playing Apples to Apples, the adult version.
Sorry.
Cards Against Humanity.
Oh, Cards Against Humanity. Yeah.
I hate Cards Against Humanity.
Dude, Apples to
What?
Apples is more fun, dude.
It's way more fun. It's awesome.
Dude, I
Apples to
hate-
Apples
I
is
hate-
super fun.
I hate Cards Against Humanity. It's not funny. It's like
Yeah.
a it's like a Vizzy Pop like video where like there's a fuck
So
every
true.
3 seconds.
Yeah. Same thing with that new adult Jackbox. Like, I think. Okay, the best sort of games in that sort of genre, where it's the social games, is the game should give you a lead up and you should be able to make the punchline, whereas these adult versions are only punchlines. So like
Yeah.
you can't build on it.
You're
It's,
just
like,
combining
Funny when
punchlines.
you're like 12,
Yeah,
but like it gets so boring so quick.
totally.
Alright, quick.
But yeah,
side
you,
tangent gone.
huh?
Done with the side tangent of Cards Against Humanity and why it sucks. Back to the
So-
movie.
Back to the movie. Yu is in the Zero Church. He kidnaps Yoko to try and break her out and break her brainwashing. And he takes her to the beach, which is my favorite sequence in the entire
Yes,
movie.
Yeah, same here.
It's incredible. So Yu and Yoko are just like chilling in this abandoned van together, and Yu is trying to like break her brainwashing. And there's a part where Yoko escapes and is running away, and Yu tackles her and is like, I'm trying to save you, I'm trying to help you. And then she tackles him and recites the entirety of Corinthians 13 at him in one unbroken shot.
Which is my
is-
favorite scene in the entire movie.
It's my favorite scene in all of movies, straight up. That
All of
is
movies.
all of movies.
All of
it's
the movies that have ever movie.
fucking incredible. So, you know, Yu starts to get to Yoko, and she's starting to really come around and break the brainwashing. And then they're discovered by the Zero Church, both of them are taken away. So then, Yoko and all of Yu's family is in the Zero Church, and Yu is like, okay, I'm gonna break in. I'm just gonna kill people. I'm just gonna kill them all. So he takes a bomb and a sword, and he dresses back up as Miss Scorpion again. Sorry, go ahead.
The bomb is insane because he did a Catholic confessional stand at Pervert Con.
Yes, I skimmed over that because that but yeah, that's an essential
also,
part.
Like how one of the guys is just the first pervert is like, I'm a pedophile. He's like, okay.
Right. Then the second guy is like, I like eating women's vomit, and it's like, oh, okay, this guy's real. This guy's chill.
Yeah, I like that there's sort of like an implication that they're on anywhere near the same level.
Crazy. Anyways.
But one of the people is like, I'm gonna blow up and act like I don't know nobody.
Yeah, one of the people in the pervert confessional is like, I like bombs. I like blowing things up. I guess like sexually. So that guy.
So did this guy. I know.
That guy gives you a bomb, and then you is like, tight, I'm gonna go blow up the Zero Church. And then he goes in, dresses Miss Scorpion, just starts killing people, and then finds his family and Koiki all there together, and starts killing people. Sets off the bomb. The police come.
The greatest CGI of an explosion.
It's fucking wild.
Happens.
Oh. And everyone's crying and screaming, and Koiki is like, fuck, you're just like me. And then she kills herself on a sword.
She commits seppuku.
She does. And then,
I'm not saying that she literally does. It's with the katana.
Yeah. She does it with the katana. It's crazy.
Proper seppuku. I was like, wow. Finally.
Finally,
a proper seppuku.
So then there's a time skip. The Zero Church is dissolved. Tetsu and Kaori are in like a support group for people who were like victims of the Zero Church. Koiki is dead, and Yoko is like living with distant relatives, and Yu is in a mental hospital. And then Yoko goes to the mental hospital to visit Yu, and Yu is like thinks that he's Miss Scorpion, and then Yoko tries to like get him back, try to like get the Yu she knows back, and he's like, no, I'm Miss Scorpion. And then
brain worm disease.
And then he has like a mental breakdown and breaks out of the mental hospital, and then Yu and Yoko like hold hands, and then that's the final shot of the movie.
After he breaks a police car's window with his elbow.
He does break a police car's window with his elbow. It was crazy. Yeah, that's the summary. That was 4 hours long, and I skimmed over a lot, but that's the gist of it.
What did you guys think of this movie?
This is my favorite movie of all time.
Did you hate it, Rosa?
I thought it was an above average film. I thought it was good.
Yeah, it was good.
However, it's like a okay. You guys ever have brisket?
I don't eat meat.
What's a brisket? Like Bridget from like
beef brisket. Like beef brisket.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
It's delicious. However, a lot of the time when you want to get to the delicious meat, there's some fat in the way. You get a mouthful of fat. And even if it is a delicious meal, if you don't trim off that fat, it can kind of sully the experience. And that was my experience with the film. I think that there's a lot of fat on these bones.
Yeah.
That could have been cut down. Because there's at least like 20 minutes of panties on screen.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm all for weird pervert shit. However,
kind of keeps just going and going and going.
Yeah. And when you're at a film of this length, when you're pulling from like the same sound library over
Yeah.
and over,
Yeah,
not
the
even just
effects
camera.
were like not great
He-
in this.
Basically for each action, he has one sound effect that is used over and over throughout this entire movie. Also, the score gets really repetitive.
Yeah.
It reminded me of House, except House is short.
Yeah, it's like I was just like what, hour 30, hour 20?
Yeah, and
So it can get away with it.
the non choir music. I love the choir music. That one guitar song is
I fuck
played
with
over
that.
and over in scenes that don't fit.
I think part of it is also that the film was 6 hours and then trimmed down.
What?
Um,
How?
They because the studio said there's too much fat, you need to cut it. So then they were like, okay, here's a 4-hour movie.
Is there a director's cut of the full 6 hours?
There is, yes, there is. I want to go and watch it. It's cut into a TV show. It's edited
Okay.
into like a TV show length.
Okay. That
Uh,
that's fine. Honestly, I think if it's like a TV show, it's like I think it's better suited for a TV show.
I think
Yeah.
it is a very grand narrative for sure.
I think
Mhm.
I think it's a cool story, but I think it would just make a better TV show.
Yeah.
That's like
Especially with like 6 hours, because like with the 2 extra hours, what I'm hoping maybe is like it. Not all of it is like forwarding the plot almost within that 2 extra hours, where you kind of have some breathing room.
And
Mhm.
it fleshes out the
episode,
characters.
you
this
know?
yeah, within the thing is the reason why it justifies its 4-hour length to me is because nearly every scene is forwarding the plot in some form or fashion. The plot is very quick. Shit just happens and keeps moving.
Yeah, it felt
Um,
like it felt like one season of a TV show
Yeah.
edited down to 4 hours, where it's simultaneously so long. And I like the plot. I like the story a lot. There's
Mhm.
a lot of great elements, but at the same time, there's no breathing room whatsoever.
Yeah.
I totally get that. I think that works really well for me.
Yeah.
Just the breakneck speed that it moves at works well for the way that
And
I enjoy this movie, because I think it paints in a lot of broad strokes generally. And if
Yeah.
you get caught up in the details, I can see why it would be like, hold on, wait, I don't understand, or I don't fuck with this or that.
yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of this. I'm not a fan of this film's editing, I will say.
Mhm.
Which the fact that this was originally 6 hours and cut down makes it make more sense. And
Mhm.
I'll compare it to my favorite editing in all of film, La Haine, where not every scene is directly advancing the plot. There are scenes where it's just the characters standing there, and it allows for breathing, you know? It
Mhm.
it advances the plot and characterizes these very fleshed out characters within this movie in a great
Mhm.
way. And this film is very Japanese in the sense that it's very heavy handed with
Yeah.
its characterization, which on one hand can make it fun. Like I love the action sequences.
It's so fun.
I
This
love
movie is
every-
fucking so fun.
This movie is fun. It's a really fun movie, which is why it
Yeah.
reminds me of House, because I like House. I like this movie. Yoko, I think, was the most interesting character in the movie.
Oh yeah.
The plot that follows her was the most interesting part, which is why I think this would just be better as a TV show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I also know that the longer cut gives a lot more space to Koiki for her motivations and such.
yeah.
Because I think she's the least fleshed out of the main characters, and she's
Yeah.
on this watch. She was one of my favorites to like really examine, because all the characters have like really fucked up trauma happen to them, religious and sexually, and they all cope with it in very different ways. And Koiki being like kind of like a evil mastermind is really it was really compelling to me watching this time.
Would you say that you're also an evil mastermind?
Somewhat, yeah. I'd say I'm like the evil mastermind of this group for sure.
That's hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was a very good movie about religious trauma and
Oh yeah.
female rage. As a Jew, as a miserly Jew, I didn't pick up on all of the Bible shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I imagine the religious symbolism is there.
Oh, it nearly every scene has some shit going on related to Christianity. It hits really hard for me, as you might be able to tell.
Yeah. More goy slop. Give me more goy slop. Another serving of goy slop, please.
Yes.
Yeah, but I did like the shots where it shows Yoko as the Virgin Mary. However, they keep reusing the one shot of her glowing as the Virgin
so
Mary,
good.
and then her panties show on screen. There's a lot. You said that every scene advances the plot forward, but I have to say there are 20 minutes of panty shots and like 10 minutes of flashbacks, which makes sense a TV show. Except it's like that happened a half an hour ago. I was there.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Joku, what are some of your thoughts on this?
Yeah.
I didn't really like the lighting in this movie in some scenes.
Really? Okay,
Especially like the confessional scenes, the lighting in there, I didn't like.
What?
Especially in the church. The church, I didn't like the lighting in really.
But the red and the yellow like lights on everyone's faces in the confessional booth is fucking sick.
I don't
loved
know.
it.
It just didn't work for me personally.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Same thing with like the sound effects. It got really annoying for sure. Along with the music, it just like. Can we get a different shutter sound effect?
I know.
Also, the CGI explosion.
CGI explosion was awesome.
That was sick.
It was
What'd you guys think of all the zooms?
I think the camera work in this film is it's pretty good. I enjoyed the camera work.
I think it's fucking hilarious to see it just zoom all the time. I'm influenced a little bit by it, I think.
It felt like the first episode of Succession.
The Office.
Or The Office.
This is not anything relating toward like a criticism toward the movie, but my copy of the movie, all of the subtitles were a little messed up. Only
the L's
thing that
were
was
replaced with ones.
Yeah, the L's
that
were
was
replaced with ones, which is so fucking funny.
And the ones were replaced by apples.
Yeah, they were just switched, but not on every word, just like some words.
I also
really
watched that rip this
bothered me.
time. That was only like for the first like hour too.
Yeah.
Like after that was fine.
And
We
the last
all had
30
the same
minutes.
copy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
I really liked everything to do with the beach scene because it let the movie breathe.
Let's
talk
about that.
Yeah, it let the movie breathe for the first time. The Bible quote, it felt deserved and impactful, where it's sort of masturbatory, but in the positive sense. I don't know how else to describe it. It felt very deserved because it's at like the 3-hour point of the movie, and it felt like a payoff. It really that bumped it up a lot for me. Where I was like, yeah, I'm glad I watched through this point, you know.
A lot of the sequence on the beach is just really beautiful because I think it gets to show like the character dynamics between you and Yoko so heavily. There was a little moment where Yu tries to put like a coat over Yoko because he sees her underwear and he's like, "Let me throw a coat over you so I don't have to see that, and also you look cold." And she's like, "I'm not cold. Don't put that on me." And I think that was a really like
big boner.
Yeah, I think that was a really cool moment because it was like you trying to be like kind, but also doing it a little bit for himself in a selfish way. Like, oh, I don't want to see your underwear. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was really cool. And God, reciting Corinthians 13. Holy shit.
Is Corinthians like a fan favorite?
Is that fair? Yeah.
Is it your favorite Bible verse, would you say?
It's well, after watching
Top
this movie,
5
yeah,
Bible verses.
definitely top 5 Bible verses. I'd say Corinthians 13. I can't name any others off top.
My favorite is the one with the stone around the neck thrown into the water.
Mine is about the slave one, where if like you don't kill them and they get back up. That one's my favorite.
My actual favorite Bible quote is easier for a camel to enter the eye of a needle than a rich man to enter the kingdom of Yahweh.
That's true.
Or
That's
God,
true.
they don't say Yahweh. Fucking,
Yeah.
because you turned your back on them.
Yeah.
Turned your fucking back on them. I'm glad that they killed that fucking hippie. Fucking.
I really like every time I talk about religion, I always just assume the role of Catholic, and people just say "you" when referring to Christians or Catholicism.
Look,
Let me make this triply clear. I am not religious.
You're an
I
Irish
just
Catholic,
grew up.
which is based.
I am Irish Catholic. Or I was
God-
Irish Catholic. God damn it.
Support the provost. Gaddafi. Pull up a picture of Gaddafi on screen. Thank you. Pull up that one mural of Gaddafi in Ireland. That one? Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your favorite scene, Joku? Was it the beach part?
Yeah, it was the beach part.
Yeah.
What did you like about it?
Yeah.
Also, every time he had a boner, because
Yes.
actually, fuck the beach scene. Favorite scene is actually the boner break scene. That one was awesome.
where Koiki breaks her dad's boner.
Yeah, that was my favorite part.
That was hard. The blood went everywhere. Yeah.
The blood really reminded me of
Evil
House
Dead.
and Evil Dead, where it's just like super soaker. Everyone's arteries are like fucking cranked up to 2,000 psi of water pressure.
Dude, I'm scared of getting like paper cuts now. Like,
Yeah.
I might
got
like, a geyser erupt.
I went to the mechanic yesterday. They pumped me up to 2,000 pounds per square inch. I tripped. I cut my finger in it. Now my shoes are red.
No,
And I look like a clown. Now it looks like I'm on my foot, period.
You should go join that clown bandit house near you.
Oh yeah, I live next to a clown house.
Yeah.
By the way, they are just clowns. I saw them getting.
You saw
in
them
the
again?
Yeah, no, they just work as clowns.
For context, I'm sure we've told this story multiple times, but for rhyme's sake, when we hung out together in, I think, July, we were driving home from, I believe, getting ice cream.
Yeah, we were getting ice
something
cream
like that.
where my sister worked.
And as we were getting home, there was like a car and a bunch of clowns were entering a house, exiting the car. So there were like 3 clowns.
No, they were leaving the house into the car.
They were leaving the house. Sorry, my bad. And then I pointed it out, and then you went around.
And then I did a
came
U-turn
back.
without looking.
And you came back, rolled down the window, and screamed, "Stop clowning around!"
No, I did a handbrake turn. I skidded, and then I said, "Hey!" And I let them breathe, and they thought, I'm sure they were scared for a second.
They were scared. They were about to get
scared. They were
down.
scared of the white. They were
you.
terrified of the white woman that did a handbrake turn in her Hyundai Venue. I said, "Hey, Stop clowning around. That flirted out that bitch.
Did you say anything to
Awesome.
them last time you saw him? Did you scream stop clowning around at them again?
I said, yo!
No!
Yo!
I turned down my
Clowning
window.
around!
Yo!
Do we want to talk? Do we want to rate this thing?
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess I want to come around to the final bit here. Just
Yeah,
one
come
more
on.
little bit.
Yeah,
I really, really love what this movie has to say about shame and sexuality. I think it's really
'Cause-
beautiful.
Because you
And-
like taking pictures of women without their consent too.
I think it's really fantastic. I think that's really fantastic.
Denying it, not denying it.
Yes.
True.
I don't know. I think the movie did a lot for me in terms of like me being more okay with where I am as like a human being and more okay with being a little bit of a freak. You know, I think it's cool and beautiful. That's all. I would rate it if I get a 10-point scale. Can I give it 11?
No.
Okay, I'll give it 10.
I'll give it an 11 for you though.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm feeling.
15.
Oh.
I'm feeling.
Dab! Dab! Dab on the haters.
Anyway, I'm feeling a 12 out of 15 for this one.
Well, I'm
Give it
glad that you guys liked it generally.
20,
Yeah.
23.
23
I
out
was
of
just gonna say 2023.
23 out of 30, tying it with Porco Rosso. I think Porco Rosso beats it out by a little bit. Just
Thumbs up.
behind a Ghibli film. That's pretty good. Pretty good
That
movie.
is-
I'd watch it. Definitely break it up into a couple watches though.
Like
Yeah.
a TV show, honestly.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I do want to see the TV show at some point. Definitely.
All right.
Yeah.
We got some
No.
questions.
What character did you relate most to in that movie?
Me?
Why? Yes.
Well, didn't we already talk about this?
You
Manipulative one.
probably.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I think you generally is the character I feel the most kinship with, but all of the characters I really relate to heavily.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Even the CEO of pornography himself.
CEO of porn here.
CEO
porn.
of porn here. I've got an announcement to make. After a lot of demand, we're making a Mexican battle pass.
Yes. Big booty Latinos. Let's go.
Latinos.
Yes.
Yeah.
You were like you were pointing up your finger like you want to say something. What do you want to say? But that's not
Black power.
That's
black power.
Is it question time, Rosa?
It is question time.
Question time. Question.
Oh, okay. I thought you say
I was introducing
it
the
like-
segment. Sorry. Fucking
have questions?
idiot.
yeah. We have questions. We have a
Okay.
lot of questions. Where were you on the night of December 13th, 2021?
Oh,
That's a good question.
Fuck.
that's a good question. I like that one. That's what I'd rate. I'd rate that question an 8 out of
You're
10.
completely dodging it. We'll see you in court.
I request a lawyer. I
You
plead
don't
the
get a
fifth.
lawyer. You're going to Guantanamo Bay, buddy.
What the
Do you know what
fuck?
they have there?
What do they have there?
Probably Cuban sandwiches because it's in Cuba.
Yummy.
So you're a video creator, but music is your primary
Yes.
thing.
It is indeed.
What got you into music?
So I first started making music when I was a teenager. I really liked a lot of like hip hop stuff mostly at the time. So I just started by making beats. And then I did that for a while, and then a friend of mine taught me a few chords on guitar, and I started to write a lot of folk punk songs, kind of like AJJ or whatever, a lot of Pat the Bunny-esque stuff, and it just kind of developed from there. Yeah, that's this really basic answer, but I think the stuff that really got me to like actually start making was a lot of YouTube tutorials for FL Studio. Shout out to Frank Jav C and his FL Studio tutorials.
Job, Big Frank.
Yeah, that's that.
So you made a album this year.
I did make an album. Yes.
Called Everything Rocks Forever.
Yeah.
And you have described it as a Incelcore album. Would you like?
Yes.
Would you like to explain why you, as a woke transgender, decided to make a Incelcore album?
Well, there's a variety of reasons about it. Number one, I'm like making my influences very known. A lot of the songs and artists that album sounds like is reminiscent of like Negative XP, of Jezebel Gabergably, of like Pacific Purgatory, a lot of these like quote unquote incel artists, incelcore artists, and I'm making that very clear, like going in. This is what the album sounds like, and I'm also doing a couple more things with that. Number one, I'm using a little bit as a pleb filter. If somebody's going to be like really thrown off by by the presentation of the album, I kind of don't want them digging deeper into it, because I say some funny stuff on this album, and
there's been a lot of whinging over. Dude, as a metalhead, I love the whinging over your lyrics because they're so fucking tame, relatively.
Yeah.
The lyric that got people's girdles in a twist was, "I only like girls who self-harm."
I only date girls who like to self-harm. Yeah.
Which is just funny.
Well, if I'm allowed to explain that,
yeah.
the song is called "Gloomy Girls Are My Type," and it's about my relationship with my partner and like how I have a trend of dating a lot of women who are sad and depressed, mimicking and mirroring kind of my own experiences. And I wrote the song because I was having a discussion with my wife about her self-harm scars.
Yeah.
And she was anxious that I loved her less because of them. I was like, I'm going to write a song about how I actually love you regardless of any like self-harm or anything. And then I showed it to my writing club and they're like, this song is too milquetoast. And I was like, I know exactly what to do to fix this. I'm gonna be a fucking freak. So I wrote a song that was more like, maybe fetishizing that stuff.
Flip a picture of Gimp Suit Minion in order to fetishize how much of a freak
Yeah.
they are.
But I think that carries over into a lot of my music, where I'm a little bit of a freak. I
Yeah.
write little freaky songs, and that's just how it is.
Yeah, my favorite punk band is Hong Kong Fuck You, so I was completely flabbergasted that anyone took offense to that. But apparently woke trans people can't handle anything today.
So true.
By the way, Scott Pilgrim Ruined an Entire Generation of Women is the first song I ever ate pussy to.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. How'd that go?
Wow.
Was it a good
Well.
experience?
Yeah.
Would you rate that as like a good song to have sex to?
Very funny to have sex to.
All right, I have a
I'll
question
put it on the
for you.
playlist. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have a question for you that like might change my view on you depending
Okay.
on how you answer. Do you listen to Sementary?
No.
Oh, good.
You said good. Good.
Yeah,
okay,
good,
we're in good company here. Okay. If anyone's this far, I could probably shit talk Cemetery.
Shit him. I think we've shit talked him before. on
Yeah.
an episode.
Fuck that dude.
We played hunting wabbits just to make fun of him.
Like,
Dude,
first off,
remember when you were in
Sorry.
my house and we were in the kitchen cranking hunting wabbits, and my sister came downstairs. She was studying, and she's like, "Can you turn that music down?" And then you said to my sister that you were a heroin addict. Out of pocket. She doesn't know you. That was like the first time you spoke a word to her, and it was you cranking hunting rabbits, and you're like, "I'm a heroin addict."
Which is incredibly based. Come on.
That's
But-
awesome, but
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Dude, your sister's a Taylor Swift freak, so like deserved.
No,
Let's be real,
Oh.
deserved.
I love my
anyways,
family.
my beef with Sementary is that he shit talked and has friends or has fans like go and harass a trans woman that I'm really close friends with.
Oh shit.
For, like,
but
a
you
long
also
time.
gotta think that he has a bar. And
Also, his music fucking sucks
No,
ass.
you gotta think about this though. Have you ever thought about this? In the song "I'm a Sinner" from Rainbow Road 3, he has a lyric called "I'ma slap a transphobe, I'ma slap a proud boy." You ever think about that though?
Oh wow.
You ever
so
think
true.
about the gay haunted mound shirt? He loves gay people.
He's so
Except for your
annoying.
one transgender friend.
Except for my one transgender
Have
friend,
you
I
looked at
guess.
his Tumblr?
No.
His
Which, I mean,
Tumblr
I
is
hate
so
most
funny.
Like I hate most trans people, so it's kind of relatable.
Yeah.
So true. I did a long time ago. I played a DJ set, like a URL fest.
Mhm.
And I was on the same bill as Ghost Mountain of like their group. And apparently that Ghost Mountain set is like lost media now because people will still like track
yeah.
my account down. And they'll like try and be like, "Hey, you played a set with this guy. Do you have a set?" I'm like, "Fuck out of here. I hate you."
Dude, Ghost Mountain though, I like Ghost Mountain more than Cemetery. Ghost Mountain really, like, he's better. And like Cemetery was a bitch to Ghost Mountain. He like would not perform songs because Ghost Mountain like wanted to pursue college, and Cemetery's like, fuck that.
Dude, Cemetary's audience is like the worst. It's like the Death Grips fans I hate. You know,
Yeah,
Worst
it's
Death
like
Grips.
only
It's-
the
it's the
worst
people.
Death Grips
It's the
fans.
people that wore propeller hats to the Death Grips shows.
Yeah.
That
yeah.
are like, dude. If you think that shit's funny, or if you're like, "Oh, we got my DS at their show," go fuck yourself.
This
Bitch,
was my
we-
first conversation with you.
Yeah,
this-
bitch. We
This
see
is
you in the
first
cloud.
circle. This is
Yeah.
full circle.
No, and as a performing musician, that's disrespectful.
Yeah.
That's disrespectful. Fuck you.
It's
Go
annoying.
fuck yourself. Genuinely. Like, that shit pisses me off. Can I admit this?
What?
We can bleep it out in post.
Dude, you are so ethereal. We're ethereal. I got like
I'm ethereal, core.
I got like
yeah.
lights.
You're
Um,
Ethereum as fuck right now.
No, but I had to force someone out of the pit for having a DS. I call him
Yeah.
a f***it.
Oh my gosh.
I said, "Get that out the pit."
For me, it's like I like when people are
was the
silly at my
context?
shows, but
What was the context?
Yeah.
They were just like waving their DS around, and they were like, they shouted, "Play Freebird, play Freebird."
yeah, that's annoying.
That sucks.
I said, "Get
For
that
me-
get off the pit. Get his ass back to Reddit.com."
For me, it's like I like people being a little silly at my shows, but don't like make it about yourself.
No,
Like
Um,
there's definitely a line you cross where it's like, you can be a little funny or wear funny clothes, but there's a point where it's like you're centering it around you, and that's I think that's annoying.
yeah, it's this weird like Instagram and TikTok culture where everybody, instead of going to a show and just like filming the performer and posting that, the video needs to be about them directly. So they need to be doing something funny at the show rather than enjoying it, because it's a lot of the time it feels like people are there just to get a clip.
Do you remember that one time last year where somebody threw their mother's ashes at Pink while they were performing?
I think that's funny. I don't respect Pink, so that's fine.
Did you guys see the picture of Charlie XCX? Like this like dude came up to her and was like, "Hey, can you take a picture of me and my mom's ashes?" And she looks like so fucking awkward in it.
Honestly, also kind of deserved. Lost a ton of respect for Charlie with the whole Kamala thing.
That was cringe.
Oh,
that was cringe.
God. What happened, Charlie? Come on. Yeah, but what have been your worst being a live musician, worst audience moments?
Worst audience moments?
Yeah.
It's never really the audience. I haven't had a problem with any of the audience at my shows yet. I've had a couple of problems with venues and stuff being like kind of finicky on the sound system and like making us sound like shit, but honestly, I can't complain too bad. It's usually fine.
I've never made a live performance sound bad.
Well, I'm gonna have to hire you.
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
I'm
Pro
so
sound
good.
person.
I never fucked up in January.
Yeah.
I was at that show.
You were there. The speakers broke.
Yeah.
That's what happened. Yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah. The speakers broke.
To steal a question from a very smart individual that was asked to us, what is your favorite Pokemon?
Oh, dude, okay.
And what do you think of
Ampharos.
our responses?
I didn't watch it yet.
Oh, well, I said Wooper.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's
And-
base.
And Rosa, what was yours?
Weedle.
Yeah. Rosa said Weedle. Which
That's a good
Zorua?
pick.
Is it Hisuian?
Regular Zorua. Like, Unova Zorua. And Ampharos is my other pick. Those are my top two. I always trade off those two.
I also like Sizzlepede back there.
Oh, yeah.
He's a favorite because I like bugs.
He's a chiller. I fuck
like
with
that.
Buges.
I like that Goon Bunny.
I like.
The smile left your face, and you just Jim stared into the camera.
I was gonna say Gulpin. You like Gulpin? That's what I thought you were talking about.
Slug.
Slug my nuts.
What's your favorite Pokemon game?
I love Platinum. Because that was the first one I played. And it just imprinted on me. I think that's everyone's answer. It's just it didn't imprint on me. I think anyone's favorite is just the first one that they play.
Heart Gold, Soul Silver for me.
Mm-hmm. Base.
Joku.
Black and white.
Black and white. Which one?
2.
No, I'm saying like which would do you prefer, black or white?
I'm saying black 2. I'm saying white 2. So, well, no.
You prefer white?
No.
What do you mean by that?
Wait, no.
Would you like to
Because
explain?
I have to remember the boxes because white is Zekrom and then black is Reshiram.
Yeah.
But I think for 2, it's like just like white is white Kyurem and black is black Kyurem. So I think white Kyurem 2. White 2.
That's really interesting that you would say that.
Interesting.
What did you mean by that?
No, I just think it's interesting that you would.
Reshiram is so cool, bro.
I do prefer Reshiram.
Reshiram is
okay.
like awesome.
Okay. All that I know is that I was out there protesting for George Floyd, but
Yeah.
somebody didn't get the message.
That's Pokemon Black. Reshiram is Pokemon Black.
Oh, he is?
Would
Yeah.
Reshiram post a black square on Instagram though?
Dude, my dad was so fun. My dad was so funny when that was happening. He said, "You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna post a white square."
That's bad. That's really bad.
It's really awesome.
He's like a Bernie, like an apolitical kind of Bernie guy. Except he was just annoyed. He was like, "I want to see my record pictures. I want to see birds, except I can't."
I'm seeing too many black squares.
He didn't post the white square.
That's good.
He thought about it though.
He thought
He
about it.
considered it.
It's a very funny thing to say angrily. Nothing to do with Black Lives
White
Matter,
square.
but
'Cause I stand with Russia Ram.
true. Now, you support Russia in the Russia-Ukraine war. Would you like to explain that position?
No comment.
Okay. Now, what got you into creating video content?
I really like that. I like that. That was funny.
That's gonna be a timestamp in the video. It'll just be like 2 seconds long.
What are you saying?
Now you volunteered for the IDF. Would you like to explain? What got you into making video content?
First off, I'm going to kill you for calling it content.
Oh, you're one of those people.
Yes. Yeah, it's art, you stupid piece of shit. It's art. It's all art. Beautiful. Anyways,
Got you
the
into
reason
making videos.
Thank you.
Wait, what got you into doing video art?
Video
Collage.
Video karate.
I'm going to point at a single video maker artist, Osaka Syndrome. He is a huge influence and inspiration to me. Me and him aren't like tight, but we know each other.
Oh, yeah.
I want everyone to go and watch Osaka Syndrome. Shout out to that dude.
My
huge inspiration. I just wanted to do stuff like him. And
my biggest inspiration rhymes with his name.
What is it?
It rhymes with Osaka.
Taki.
Mashallah.
Hell yeah.
It was an Osama bin Laden joke to.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a radical Islamist. Clarify. Now, how did video creation start out for you? Where did you begin?
God. I guess I wanted to just film a bunch of vlogs of myself talking in a room and just, I don't know, it kind of expanded out to be more than that when they started being written.
Yeah.
I just wanted to really capture like a very specific moment in my life where I was incredibly mentally ill, and I just wanted to be able to look back on it and be like, look, I've improved. And I very much have. It's actually really cringe for me to look at videos like over a year ago now, because they're like, oh my god, I was so sad, and now I'm like happy now. It's sick.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
Sugoi!
Now,
Sugoi!
Sugoi!
At risk of sounding incredibly rude,
Yeah.
well, do you make your videos intentionally off-putting?
Yeah. 100%.
Okay, that's like, dude, that question is like trying to put the pin back in a hand grenade.
Yeah.
Because if I slip,
Because
I
you
like your
slip, you
shit.
just call me cringe and
I like your shit. But would you like to
Yeah.
explain that philosophy behind creating intentionally off-putting videos?
Well, I got a comment on one of my really old videos where somebody said, "Is this a psychic attack or something?" And I've just been searching for that feeling ever since, trying to give people psychic attacks. I think I'm trying to disarm people's cringe impulse and trying to get people to be vulnerable and engage with art. The way that I act vulnerable and I engage with art in my videos. That's the goal of it. And also, it's a little bit of a pleb filter. Keep the normies out a little, just a little.
What did you
I don't
think
want to be
about-
too appealing to the common man.
What do you think about the song "Psychic Attack" by Machine Girl?
Is that off Wolf Girl?
No, it's off MG Ultra.
I'm not as
Came
familiar.
out.
Fuck. Yeah, that's the one that just came out. I don't remember off top, sorry. I do remember Grindhouse being an insane track.
Dude, I love Groundhouse. Grindhouse is a banger.
It's
love
so
Ground-
good.
I love Groundhouse.
I love Groudon.
I love Groundhog. I love the when he sees his shadow.
Psychic Attack, that's the last track.
But
Yes. That shit ripped. Yeah.
so
So
when did it pick up for you? When did the silly project start getting some wind in its sails? In terms of
YouTube?
audience pull? Yeah.
It was after I made my "Why Do Trans Women Make Experimental Music" video. It got a few thousand views. I was like, holy shit, I'm just gonna do that again. That was really fun and people really liked it. I think at the time I got probably like 2,000 views. And I felt really good about it. So I made "I Am a Copyright Abolitionist." I just kept writing more videos like that.
Yeah.
And then around when the Social Reject Horseshoe Theory video came out, and around why you guys hate AI art for the wrong reasons, that first video, "Why Do Trans Women Make Experimental Music," blew up like fucking crazy. So I don't know. I think it just had an eye-catching thumbnail, and people were clowning me on Twitter, so people went and clicked it, which was fun. Yeah.
Now, your latest blow up was the
Yes.
the video about tttt.
Yeah.
Now, were you ever a tttt user?
No.
No, that's good.
I've had close friends who were, and
Yeah.
that like I wrote that video as like kind of a call out to them, like, hey guys, please be normal, please. I want you to be better,
Dude,
because it will make your life better. I don't know. I want to improve your guys' life. Here's my thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had the terms are so silly, but they cause so many people so much pain. It's so strange to me.
Were you a TTTT poster?
No, I'm completely removed from that.
Base.
The only time I used 4chan was to go on /B when I was like 12 one time. I was like, wow, these people are really racist, and then I never went on it again. Why are you waving your head around like that?
Because I'm listening to music and I like it. Sorry.
Okay. I thought you were
I
having,
can enjoy things. I'm trying to enjoy things. What the fuck you?
I thought
Fuck
you were having a wicked
fuck
movie
you. I'm
theater
having-
poppers moment.
I love poppers.
Where did it... That was on my Instagram feed. We can read that thread real quick if you want.
You can look while I continue the interview.
All right,
No,
ask
we're
the
good.
question and then I'll read the poppers segment.
So, you're most known for the YouTube stuff, obviously, but that's always played a secondary role in terms of your artistic output.
Yeah.
How does that balancing act work for you in terms of trying to make an audience that's interested in your video essays, for example, interested in your other artistic output?
Well, the thing I do is music has always been and probably will continue to be like my main creative thing. So when I create videos, I make videos where if someone would like the video, they would probably like the music. Like I use that as like a pointer. Like if you like this weird messy shit, check out this other weird messy shit that I like or that I make. And I think that's a very important aspect of why I get any attention on my music at all. And also it's really nice because with my music, I feel like I have a little bit more, I have total creative freedom. I feel like I can release whatever I want. But also having an audience motivates me to create the best things that I can.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the best of both worlds for my music being like the thing I'm secondarily known for, but also being like my primary creative input, I guess. Also, going to shows is really funny because a lot of people there know me from my videos, and then they hear the music and they're like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yeah.
I found the thread
Oh.
if you wanted me to read it.
Oh, sure.
Okay, so for the context with the poppers thing that Rosa said earlier, this is a post that was uploaded to r/wicked by You're Such a Super Lady. I went to see Wicked today in theaters. A few minutes into the movie, I noticed the man in front of me moving his head around a lot. It was like what someone would do if their neck hurt or they were warming up. He did it for a few minutes, and it was so distracting. About 10 minutes later, he started doing it again, and at this point, I was thinking he might have a tic, which is unavoidable and totally fine. Well, I'm thinking that I start smelling poppers, of all things. This man was doing poppers. I finally put it all together and realized he was sniffing poppers at the start of every musical number and then bobbing his head around while he felt the rush.
He's real as fuck for that.
I liked this comment that wrote jalapeno poppers ?
That's funny.
That's awesome.
That's funny.
That was the context for Rosa.
What's your stance on pajama pants in public?
Serve.
Like these?
That's a serve.
I'm on my anti pajama pants regime.
But
Yeah.
if you think about it, it kind of gives divorced dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I think personally, I wouldn't do it unless if I'm really hungover as shit.
I do it all the time.
But I don't judge other people for it. Is where I'm at.
I honestly.
You say you're better than me?
Yeah, I'm better than you.
I try
Yeah,
to wear
true.
pajama pants and look like unhinged. I try to look like I have no effort. Like I'll put on sandals,
Yeah.
have like fucked up hair, and like the worst t-shirt you can imagine.
Sometimes it's a vibe to go out looking like shit. Like genuinely, I fuck with it.
I do
Yeah.
it for fun because it's fun.
Now,
Gives you a bit of a rush.
Funny.
do you have any albums in the works in terms of your musical output? Or are you mostly just focusing on live shows and promoting this new release?
I try not to talk about the art. I try not to talk about art that I'm making unless if it's done. So I'll just leave it at that. I am making things, and you will see those things, but I won't get into specifics.
Now, in terms of your plans for the future of your musical process, not what's in the pipeline, do you see yourself continuing making?
What's the
Incelcore.
5-year plan?
The 5-year plan.
No, do you see yourself making Incelcore adjacent stuff, or is that mostly for the one-off project?
No, I'll probably be doing the same kind of stuff. I really like lo-fi punk. I really like chiptune stuff. I'm no matter what I'm doing, I'm probably going to include those influences.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. I'm going to develop and change sonically. It's just how I've been doing it since I started. I never want to stagnate, but it won't be a massive jump in genre.
By the way, in the intro to this episode, if I send you the background track with the mandolin and saxophone solos removed, would you like to do a guitar solo over it?
I can't solo.
Damn.
I can't solo at all. I can sing. I don't think you want me singing.
Composting podcast. It is a podcast that you can listen to.
I was on this episode.
Yeah. I'll do it like a cover. Do you want me to do a cover of your intro?
Sure. It's in 5/4.
Can you
that'll
actually
be
sing
fun.
all of the instrumentals? Like, just scream the instrumentals and then put it all together, and you have like. this
I'll send
composting-
you our intro track. I want you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna send the project file or anything. I just want you
Yeah.
to create.
Yeah.
create.
I'll create uninhibited creation.
You ever see that
Make
one
something.
painting where it's like God? He's got like his fingy. I want you to do
Yeah.
that.
Okay. It's in 5/4. You said that'll be fun.
Yeah, it's in 5/4. It's swung 16th notes, and it doesn't really have one key. It's jazz.
Okay,
trademark.
I'm going to take like every element of it and change it, and then be like, "Here's the same song." And
Just
then...
try and make it the same BPM.
We'll see. We'll see.
Okay. Yeah.
Is that a podcast?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask Joku if you have any other questions.
No, I don't. Sorry, don't got any anymore. I ran out.
Forgiven.
Okay.
I'm not going to hell. Let's go.
Let's go. You're in the pervert confessional right now, and I've just forgiven you.
Now it's Joku's pick for next week.
I am picking a movie that I've been wanting to watch for a while. We've talked about this director before. It's Lars von Trier. It is the second ever Dogma 95 movie. It is The Idiot from 1998.
And Shitty Kickflip, thank you for coming on the show. Would you like to remind the lovely people of
Flashback.
the Composting Nation what you do, where they can find you, plug all your shit?
Yeah, all my music is on streaming. It's on Bandcamp. Look up Shitty Kickflips. Check out my YouTube channel, Shitty Kickflips. That's it. That's all I'm plugging. Oh, and my band. You can actually go follow my band on Instagram because they have a social media account. Go follow Snake World Band.
That's cool.
Yeah, there we go. That's my thing.
Hell yeah.
All right, Riza. I'm hoping that you're on the same page as me mentally. Just let's take a second to get there.
Yep.
All right, cool. All right.
Mhm.
Thanks for coming on this journey with us. I'm Reggie Rock. Ooh, 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 ooh. And
I'm Reggie Ice. Reggie Ice. Reggie Ice.
and we're
Here come.
posting.
Were you trying to say something, bitch?
I was gonna say I'm Reggie Steele.
What's Reggie
Wow, wow,
Steele?
wow, 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 wow.
Yeah!
Yeah!
And we're posting.